So, isang masaya tanghali everyone, and we are going to do a little bit. Ang daming videos ngayon, no? Kanina lang kaka-post ko ng tawag doon, My Father, Myself review. It's getting a little attention. Kaya sana man lang presentahin nyo yung video na yon, yung My Father, Myself. But I'm not here to talk about My Father, Myself movie. I'm here to talk about Black Mirror. And as promised on my Instagram, I'm here to review all of the Black Mirror episodes starting today. Episodes 1 and 2. 1, Joan is awful. 2 is Loch Henry. Then tomorrow, because it is a chore to watch, Beyond the Sea. And then on June 30, it's gonna be the review of Mazy Days and Demon 79. So bago ang lahat, sana po ay pakilike nyo po yung video. Subscribe na rin kayo sa channel na to para mapunta tayo sa recommended section ng YouTube and para na rin sa growth ng channel na ito. We are pursuing 5,000 subscribers bago ang birthday ko. So, any subscription na bago is very much appreciated. That being said, I don't have the thought process right now to recap 2 episodes. Lalo na bukas, Beyond the Sea. Isang oras yun. It is a chore to watch. Pero ito, we're gonna review Joan is awful, saka Loch Henry, and just to para hindi ako makalimutan, I'm going to read up an article on vulture.com recapping Joan is awful and another article for Loch Henry. So yeah, this one is recap of Joan is awful, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on that episode, same as Loch Henry, in this video. So, Joan is awful is the first episode ng Black Mirror Season 6. It begins by presenting us with a day in the life of Joan Tate, a woman with a cushy job at a music streamer called Sonical. It lets her live a comfortable life, but she has long lost any real passion for the job. So, kumbaga para siyang si Squidward, yung sa SpongeBob. Yung sa una, ang sigla niya, tapos pag tumagal sa trabaho, mukhang wala nang gana magtrabaho. Yeah, typical workforce habits, diba? She's unfulfilled by a career spent handing down edicts from the board. Deep down, she'd rather live out her original dream of owning her own coffee shop. And Joan feels about her career the same way she feels about her fiancé, si Krish, played by Avinash, whose stifling blandness extends to his cooking. So meron therapist itong si Joan. She explained this to her, comparing her current reliable but unsexy relationship with Krish to the chaos and passion of her relationship with her ex-boyfriend na si Mac, played by Rob Delaney. Mac is in town and has been texting her. So after her session, she caves and meets up with him. But this is bigger than just missing the one who got away. In both Joan's personal and professional life, she feels totally out of control, guided along by some imaginary script. Ayun. As she puts it to her therapist, she doesn't feel like the main character in her own life story. Yun nga, nalaman natin sa dulo bakit yun yung feeling ni Joan. Okay? But if being the main character is what Joan seeks, she's about to get exactly what she asked for. When she arrives home, that night, she and Krish fire up Streamberry, which is this universe equivalent to Netflix. Complete with the red S logo in contrast to the N logo, diba? Tapos meron pa yung tadun. Tapos may mga rainbow pa, diba? Yeah, that's Streamberry. There's a new series on Streamberry called Joan is Awful. Same episode ng title ng episode na ito. Same title. Starring Salma Hayek as a character, much like Joan. If anything, the TV Joan is just slightly heightened, leaning harder into her occasional unlikability and professional coldness. Ayun. So, pag nag-progress tayo sa episode ito, we're looking at a parang endless loop. Joan is watching a Joan who is watching a Joan. And there is an explanation in all of this. Okay? So, Joanna's Opal is actually a CGI show. The entire show is actually made out of CGI, combining AI generated scripts and advanced deepfake technology to churn out new episodes each night using images licensed from the actors like Salma Hayek. So, yeah, following a disastrous meetup where Mac can't perform sexually because he's thinking too much about how he'll appear on the show, Joan comes up with an idea. She'll force the real Salma Hayek's hand by making her digital likeness, like on yung Valorant, act out a truly unflattering scene. So, ginawa niya, kumain siya ng maraming hamburger at uminom ng pampatae. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, it's gross. And then, tumahi siya sa simbahan. Surely enough, nakuha ni Salma yung balita and she complains to remove her likeness unless she will sue the company. Which hindi naman kasi AI yung gamit. And yun. This is around the time Salma really starts to take over the narrative, a pivot that I think ultimately hurts the story. It's not, Nagkaroon ng partnership kasi si Joan sa si Salma, kaya parang tinake over na ni Salma yung buhay ni Joan just to get rid of the quantum computer na gumagawa nito. And it turns out sa dulo na yung quantum computer or the kwamputa na kung sabihin nila is the world they're living in is generated by another quantum computer. So there are fiction levels dito sa sa domain na to, and they are actually at the second fiction level or the first, I forgot. And the episode all ends when Joan destroys the quantum computer. Pero yung pala, dahil nga nag-reflect sa tunay na buhay, the real Joan actually ended up destroying the quantum computer in her own life, and hence we are seeing this person in your screen right now. So, what is the exact thing about Joan is Opal? I think this is about the deepfake, yung mga quantum, yung parang legalities of the situation, privacy, yung pag-license sa mukha mo, and how the dangers of how like yung gagamitin basta-basta yung mukha mo, diba? Yun yung gusto pakita ng episode na to, and that we are also nearing to the point where cinema can be generated, actors can be generated by just CGI. I mean, look at The Flash. Yung mga, di ba, sina George Reeves, sina Christopher Reeve, they were revived via CGI. So, yeah, this is really parang it's unreal, but it's gearing towards realism. And I say, first episode of Black Mirror Season 6, I think this is the best one. I think this is one of the episodes that constitute being a Black Mirror, yung dangers ng technology, and I like it. Now up next, Loch Henry. Now, the second episode of Black Mirror Season 6 is Loch Henry. And kung tutusin, hindi siya like what most Black Mirror episodes are, na pinuforesee yung magiging effect ng technology, like if you had, you should, na ganong concept. But this is a Black Mirror episode that references several Black Mirror episodes. And I'm not gonna point out most of the Easter eggs dito sa Black Mirror episode na to. But in terms of being a Black Mirror episode, it's out of identity. It's just more of parang references ng mga earlier Black Mirror episodes. And Brooker did this episode to satirize or to make us mulat sa mga true crime drama. So yes, Loch Henry is a true crime drama. It is the second episode of the sixth season, and its setting now is on the fictional place of Loch Henry, Scotland. I'm not sure if this is a real place. Forgive me if I didn't do my research, pero I'm just going with the recap here. I'm just reading up from Wikipedia. So, film students Davis and Pia, who are dating, visit the Davis's widowed mother Janet in his hometown of Loch Henry, Scotland, intending to film a documentary about a local conservationist. Yung conservationist na yun is actually going against someone who is stealing eggs. So yeah, documentary about someone stealing eggs really doesn't ring a bell, di ba? Parang hindi siya eye-catching. So they visit the struggling pub owner by the family of his childhood friend, Stuart, who tells Pia the story of Ian Adair, a local man who tortured and murdered tourists in the 1990s. And this made the tourism ng town of Loch Henry on the decline. Dahil nga meron kayong serial killer on the loose, di ba? Sino maingganyo bumisita sa town nyo? Davis' father, Kenneth, was a policeman. He was Adair's last victim, injured before the killer shot down his own family and himself. Kenneth died of an infected wound. Pia proposes, instead of making a documentary about the eggs, she made a true crime documentary about Adair instead. Davis initially declines but changes his mind when Stuart and Janet offer their support. Davis, Pia, and Stuart break into Adair's abandoned home and explore the basement where Adair tortured his victims, recording old-style video footage over Janet's old tapes of the TV series Bergerac. Yeah. So, parang yung mabilis masyado yung pacing ng Wikipedia dito eh. Pero, apparently, yung nanay ni Davis, si Janet, kasabot siya sa mga krimen na to. Pati yung tatay. So, nung nag-investigate kasi si Pia, while after getting into an accident going home, na-hospital kasi ito si Davis, she played some Bergerac. It's a UK TV series. And after the credits roll, may post-credit scene or may B-roll na footage, which is yung mga pagtutorture ng magulang ni Davis kasama si Ian Adair sa mga biktima ng serial killing. So yeah, Pia discovers that the Bergerac cassette they had used also contains a recording of one of Ian's murders, which reveals Janet and Kenneth as partners in the crime. Horrified, Pia flees the house, and while escaping the wrath of Janet, she died by hitting her head and while crossing the stream. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. It's a dumb thing way to die, to be honest. Ayun. After that, Janet hangs herself since the secret is out, putting her collection of tapes and other evidences of the crime out to be found. Davis and Pia themselves become subjects of the documentary, which details the parents' role as ringleaders and the actual killers of the Adair. It brings newfound attention to the Loch Henry, which wins a BAFTA and is greenlit for a dramatization. And this is where parang yung message is all screwed up. Kasi yung mga true crime documentary, yan yung mga ratings, di ba? May mga editing pa yan eh. Pero ang yung hindi kino-consider is reopening old wounds. Look at Davis after finding out that his parents were serial killers. He was depressed. Davis remains traumatized, and he rereads his mother's suicide note for your film, Love Mom. Diba? And it even shows na walang remorse yung nanay niya eh. Kasi yung sinusulat ng nanay niya yung suicide letter, 4 lang yung nakita ng audience. It is assumed, forgive me son, siguro, pero hindi. It's like for your film. So, eto, para sa'yo. Like, no remorse at all. And, yung paggawa ng mga documentary sa mga true crime series here, it just reopens old wounds. I think that's the message being conveyed here. Pero yeah, it's an interesting episode so far. And yeah, that's my recap and review of episodes 1 and 2 of Black Mirror Season 6. Tune in tomorrow, I'm going to review Beyond the Sea. Yun lang yung review ko bukas because it's too damn long. This is your boy, Harriet. Keep safe, everyone. Bye-bye.